So this could genuinely mean that when you are doing your squats, your glutes aren't actually activating at all. How you doing, guys? It's Mitch Frost PT and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be explaining how to effectively grow your glutes or your booty, depends how you want to say it. I won't just be going through the usual exercises, you know, the squats, glute bridges. I'm actually going to be explaining how to do things differently or how to go things a different way to sort of activate your glutes a little bit more. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do like the video, press that like button, subscribe to my channel while you're here. I do 2 videos every single week, and comment what else you want to see. So let's get straight into it. Begin the video, we are going to be talking about squats. Now this is the go-to exercise for building your glutes. Every person does it, and everyone says to me, you know, as a PT, they'll come to me and say, I'm doing this many squats a day, I'm doing squats every single day, why aren't my glutes a lot bigger? Now the issue you have with this is squats, as much as they do activate your glutes, they also activate your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, your abs. So you're not getting your glute activation as the most dominant. You know, it is mainly quad focused. So you will need to obviously add in a lot of exercises that you never would have even thought of. But you can do these exercises when you first wake up, before you do squats, to wake up your glutes, to activate them that little bit more. But also what I want to go over with squats is how to actually do them right. Now a lot of people do actually get this wrong. It's a very easy sort of fix, and it's also very easy to get wrong. So instead of bending at your knees for a squat and you'll sort of bring yourself forward, what you need to do is keep your chest up, abs braced, and bring your hips back and down. So try not to bend at the knees. Try and keep that hinge movement from your hips. This is going to be the best way to activate your glutes. Now also on the topic of squats, you've got tempo. Now this is the speed of how you do the exercise, and it's alright, just doing a rep, just 1, 2, and just keep going up and down, but you can actually get so much out of changing your tempo. So you've got 3 different phases of the tempo. There's eccentric, which is the going down phase, the isometric hold, which is the pause at the bottom, and the concentric, which is on the way up. Now the best phase for your tissue breakdown is going to be the eccentric, so going down. So for this, you want to slow down that movement. So that's why when people say, go down 3 to 5 seconds, hold for 1, and power up, that's because your muscle fibers will get those micro tears in it. Therefore, coming back and repairing stronger, bigger, thicker, and that is exactly what we want to get that bigger look. So that was the first one on squats. I know it was very long-winded for squats, but honestly I feel like a lot of people need to hear that and know that to get the most out of them doing their squats. Now we've got the squats out of the way, what we're going to be going into is how to directly hit your glutes. Now this is the one thing that a lot of people lack when they try and work their glutes. They think squats, lunges and deadlifts are going to be enough to build it, but as I said, you've got a lot more muscles that are going to be more dominant in them exercises. So you need to hit them directly, and this is going to be where your hip is near enough at full extension. So you've got hip bridges or glute bridges, you've got a side plank abductors. There's so many that you can do. There's kettlebell swings, or if you've got a dumbbell, you can do dumbbell swings, but focus on driving your hips forward and squeezing the glutes at the top. There are so many exercises that you can target your glutes a lot better than squats will. And what you need to do is get the highest maximal voluntary muscle contraction. It's always confusing to say, but what this means is that you will, during the exercise, you will activate that certain muscle that you're going for a lot more than any other exercises. And now the best one for me is going to be the side plank abductors. If you don't know what that is, Google it or YouTube it. There's so many tutorials on how to do the exercise. It's so easy to find, so I suggest after you finish the video first, that you go over and go try and find out how to do that exercise and incorporate that into an everyday routine, and I can promise you now that is going to be the big difference between your glutes now and the glutes you want to get. And then another point is going to be a sedentary lifestyle. Now what I mean by this is if you are sitting down at work most of the day, or as soon as you get back from work you're sitting down at home, what you need to do is keep yourself active, keep your glute muscles working and activated. Obviously, you know, sitting down, your glutes aren't activated at all, they're relaxed, they're fully relaxed. So they're going to be harder to activate when you actually come to working out. So this could genuinely mean that when you are doing your squats, your glutes aren't actually activating at all. So you actually may not even be working anything. Now this is a huge factor that not a lot of people take into account. So I would always suggest going for, you know, walks, runs, keeping active, keeping healthy. Obviously I know right now with the gyms not being open, a walk or a run is probably the most beneficial. But when the gyms do open, the Stairmaster is a great leg and booty builder. So I'd definitely suggest that. But yeah, just keeping active, keeping your muscles worked, that is going to help activate them in the long run in the workouts that you do that are going to directly hit it. But also, as I said in the previous point, you need to warm up your glutes before you do any form of squats or lunges or deadlifts, just so you can wake them up and activate them that little bit more. So as I said, glute bridges, all that stuff that I said before, just make sure you do them. And now a big one I see in the fitness industry, and people who come to me and say, you know, I want to build a bigger booty and all that stuff, is they're not using weight. And this is a huge thing in the fitness industry, where I know a lot of people are scared to do weights and lift heavy because they're scared of gaining too much muscle and looking rather, having more of a manly sort of physique. But that is not the case. Honestly, if you want to build your muscle on your glutes or on your quads, you'll need to increase that weight and do progressive overload, which means over time you'll just be adding little bits of weight, and this way you're going to be challenging your muscle, which is going to stimulate growth. And now if you are going for a, you know, bigger glutes, it's going to come hand in hand with bigger quads, bigger hamstrings, bigger hip flexors. So just make the most of it and put some heavy weight on there. If you're doing glute bridges with a dumbbell, increase that weight, or with a barbell. If you're doing squats, lunges, increase some weight on there, and I promise you the difference will be, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. It never does, sadly. I mean, I wish I could do a couple bicep curls, my biceps are 20-inch, but sadly that's not the case. So it's going to be patience, it's going to be commitment, and it's going to be determination. But if you stick to it, you will see the results, and that's exactly what we want to see. Now the last point, which is probably the most difficult to get the grips of, is going to be calories. Now a lot of people won't be eating enough to be able to stimulate muscle growth, and now I know a lot of people are going to hate when I say to increase your calorie intake just that little bit, but that can maybe help stimulate that muscle growth and feed your muscle what it needs. Now don't increase it by a load, just by 100 to 200 to 300 maybe, but with the diet, I mean, for me, you can message me on Instagram. Instagram is down below, it's Mitch Ross PT, just like my YouTube channel. You can message me, you can message professionals, and that is what we are qualified to do. We are qualified to help, we are qualified to give you advice and tips on how to make your workouts and nutritional plans a lot better and effective for you. So don't be scared of adding a bit more calories in, it will do the trick. So there you go, they are my little effective tips to grow your booty just that little bit more and that little bit easier. If you did like the video and you took something away from it, drop the video a like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me out a lot, and I hope I can help you out a lot too. And I shall see you in the next one on Monday, which will be a workout one. See you. Automatic and I come up with the static. I ain't never been to college, but they gotta give me credit. And I'm doing double damage. You don't need paramedics, no one